Live from Indianapolis, Indiana, welcome to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show, presented by Scott K. Nichols and State Farm Insurance. And now, here's your hosts, Brandon Reef and Jonathan Birdsong.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 303. I'm your host, Brandon Reef. I'll be joined momentarily by my co-host, Jonathan Birdsong. We're back in the saddle. We were out last week. I was gone for work down in Nashville, but we are back this week, bigger, better than ever. We've got sports to talk about. We've got NBA Finals. We've got off-season news and notes. We've got NFL news and notes as well. And then probably the most delusional thing I've ever heard in my life. I heard that today. So we'll cover all that and more. We can't start the show without my co-host, Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how are you?
Man, I'm doing just fine, man. This 2-week hiatus, man. As far as official podcast, man, it's been somewhat of I've been chomping at the bit, Brandon. You know what I'm saying? I might go scorched earth a little bit tonight on a couple topics, man. But other than that, man, I know we got plenty to talk about, whether it's, the finals or, like you said, NFL news, tidbits, man. I know Aaron Rodgers pulled another fast one as we kind of start with the training camp and all that, man. So, and I know we got the NBA draft coming up in a couple weeks as well, and, Danny Early and all those things, man. But, man, where you want to start at, Brandon?
Yeah, I want to start with the most delusional thing I've ever heard. John, I was on my way to work this morning, and it's already hard to get to work just around the Circle City with there's a lot of construction going on here, and you can't go more than half a mile without some kind of orange barrels and road closures and whatnot. So that's already pissing off everybody that's already on the highway. On my way to work this morning, drinking my coffee, and I had to almost basically come to a complete stop, pull over on the side of the road, about spit out my coffee, and started hyperventilating because I heard the most idiotic, brain dead thing I've ever heard on the radio this morning.
Was it from the morning show?
Yes, it was.
What's going on? Who's that dude, man?
So
is that a new guy?
No. That dude paid some kind of charity thing and ended up winning the silent auction to be on. But,
okay.
But this dumbass.
Go ahead.
John, and I'm pretty fair. I'm pretty fair with IU. I feel like most of the time, like I'm not.
Dude, he's a mark.
Oh,
he's a mark, dude. Oh my God! I thought I was the only one. Brandon.
John, let me give you the quote. Two quotes.
Go ahead.
This delusional IU, and not every IU fan is this way. Not every IU fan is dumb, delusional, brain dead, deaf, blind, but this is one of them. This guy said this morning, quote, John, I think this IU roster has a Final Four run in them. This roster is the best in the Big Ten in the last 10 years. And I thought, okay, that might be, I'm going to start hyperventilating a little bit hearing that from some dumbassery, jackassery, a good friend of ours. And he follows up and says that John Calipari left Kentucky because of what IU and Mike Woodson are doing. What the hell? Are we that stupid down there?
Man, he got me when he said IU recruits the pros and Purdue recruits
the Joes.
And I'm like, bro, you ain't seen who. I'm not saying Purdue's got them lined up going to the NBA, man, but you know what I'm saying, they have a little bit more names here last 10 years. They've had like, a little bit more names in the last 10 years, man. Victor Oladipo ain't wrong.
There's a guy on at noon that says a lot of dumb shit, but this guy topped the cake this morning.
Man, Double D. Double D always gonna back out you, but like, nah, man. My man even said that he believes that Scagnetti's gonna win 6 games or something crazy on the football tip, man. So he must be a big booster. You know what I'm saying? He was on there, man. I thought it was just me, Brandon, because I was like, dude, I was like, Zach Edey, like, from what I know we're supposed to talk about NBA draft a little bit later, man. Zach Edey's going to be playing out somewhere out west.
Lakers.
You know what I'm saying? Either in the Gold State uniform or a Laker uniform. So, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about who's going pro and who ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? I get it, man. Trey Jackson Davis, I mean, you know, he had a couple flashes, man, but, like, man, that's not Victor Oladipo all-star level. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about, pro level.
John, this man said the best roster in the Big Ten the last 10 years.
Man, last time I checked, Yogi Ferrell ain't in the league no more, man. Brunson is.
And this guy's saying it in June.
You said what?
They said this dude's saying it in June.
Yeah,
but if you wanted ratings, my God, you got the ratings this morning because I was saying, well, I had to look up who the hell was on tonight this morning.
Did he not know that Purdue went to the Final Four? Did he forgot about that?
He said,
I can't even say it. I mean, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And his name Blake Kennedy. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just jackassery all around. This dude. Yeah. No more.
Let him call into the show.
Yeah, let him call on the show. I would love to pick his brain.
I will break everything down for him, man. Talking about IU. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? Yeah. They better get their ass together this year. I don't know. Well, let's talk about it, Brandon, real quick, man. We talk about they're going to win the Final Four. Nobody has them in the preseason. I know it's the preseason a little bit too soon, man. Nobody talking about IU. They talking about Kansas. They definitely talking about Danny Hurley, talking about he going 3-peat. Oh, my God. I might go score shirt on that one. But, again, he's got a heavy recruit class of McDonald's All-Americans and, you know what I'm saying, those last few juniors and seniors who just want to see what they, you know what I'm saying, UConn looking at me, let me go over there. But they talking about UConn, Kansas, and Duke. I haven't heard IU not mentioned, not even in the top 10. If IU makes the tournament, it's
Fox Sports just did their way too early top 25. Here's your top 25 that they have. Number 1, Kansas. They still got Hunter Dickinson. They got DeJuan Harris, KJ Adams. You know.
They got the homie from here. They got Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
This is following.
Yeah, exactly. Number 2, UConn. Number 3, Alabama. Number 4, Houston. 5, Iowa State. 6, Carolina. 7, Baylor. Gonzaga is 8. Duke is 9, which is crazy. I think they should be higher than that. Purdue 10. With them adding in the old Daniel Jacobson.
Where's the Final Four run from IU?
Auburn 11, Arizona 12, Tennessee 13, Creighton 14, IU 15, Florida 16, UCLA 17, A&M 18, Arkansas 22nd.
So you telling me IU might be Marquette? They might be Creighton. That's what you're telling me. Because that's what's 15. I'm not saying that's rock solid. Of course, they're going to get some wins. They better. This is the year.
Better hope.
But they talking about Purdue's already in the top 10. Purdue's supposed to be in a revamp, Brandon.
Yeah.
The Tamika Catch's little brother.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that, John. I'll go scorch. I don't care if he's a high school kid or not.
Here's the thing, man. Like, they're getting misinformation. And you know what?
Who, Purdue or the kid?
The kid. If it's better for you to go play,
okay.
I mean, listen, you better go play.
Not information from Purdue, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right. So what did the homie? He got it. He got 1 more year. He had 1 more year left of eligibility. Where'd he go? He didn't go to no daggone punk school. I'm sorry. He didn't go to, you know what I'm saying, Eastern Michigan. He didn't go to no, you know what I'm saying, punk school. He didn't go to, let's say, I don't know, NC State. He went to Duke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go somewhere and use your eligibility, you know what I'm saying, you better level up. But again, I haven't heard Catton's name, to be honest with you. I haven't heard his name outside of lined up with Purdue. I haven't heard his name lined up with anybody. Maybe a Baylor. Maybe. But, like, the Duke is not calling him.
Yeah.
UConn's not calling him.
I don't know what he's going to do. If he's going to go back to overtime and lead, because I feel like, honestly, John Painter and them said, here's the plan for you. Here's the playing time, and here's the NIL.
Right. They're not going to acquiesce the style of play, but they want to play so they can win, you know what I'm saying, the Big Ten. Man, Brandon, this is where the shit goes. Sorry, Brandon. This is where the shit gonna meet the sugar, man. Because like either Danny Hurley gonna still have the same conversation with his players too, right? But he knows how to better coach NBA level players. That's why he got interest from the NBA. That's just the truth. Okay. He knows how to better level. I mean, Painter is not interested in coaching to the style that totally acquiesces the play calling to what the players do. It's methodical. It's okay. Methodical is good. Methodical is one. Shoot, Jay Wright won with methodical. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget. And he had NBA level players. Like in our wet dream, right? We want Purdue to be like that Villanova squad that won 3 championships, but they can't do that either because it's just from a recruiting standpoint, they're not recruiting the same. They're really not recruiting the same kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, right?
Right.
You know, they're hard anyway. Josh Hart said he ain't coming to Indiana for a reason. That started back when he was in high school, not when he was just playing for the Knicks, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But like, it is Matt Painter's. It's technically all these college coaches' jobs to win what, Brandon? College games, man. Whether you lined up to the Maui Classic, you lined up to play Arizona, whoever. That's your job, not to get your kids into the NBA.
Right.
Why got to be there?
Why? Tell me why sportsbook. There's a sportsbook I saw today. Why did they got the third best odds to be the head coach of the Lakers? Why they got the third best odds of Matt Painter? Hey, no way.
But I tell you what, listen here, Brandon. I know we joked about it, did we not? I said, hey man, if you offer Matt Painter $70 million, he's not gonna be the coach of Purdue. Okay, Danny Hurley. I get it.
And I told you he's coming back. Hurley, I told you.
He went back to UConn. He got a little bit of a bump up. It wasn't enough a bump up to, you know what I'm saying?
He's getting his third straight.
Technically, the Lakers didn't really offer. The Lakers should have offered him like $13 million. Then he would have had to really think about it.
They're getting
$13 million a year.
Third straight, John. Can we just go ahead and give him the title?
Who? No, hell no. Hell, Brandon, hell no. They're not winning. They ain't not three-peat. They're not that good. He's not Coach. Man, he ain't better than Coach K.
This
Coach
is about
K
like
three-peat.
This is about like me. I found
Bobby
the episode
Knight
where I said the Milwaukee
Brandon.
Bucks will never win another title after that first one.
Brandon, I get it's a brand new day. He ain't as good as Coach K on that sideline.
He thinks he is.
Okay, I get it's he ain't as good as Bobby. He ain't good as Bobby Knight. Stop it. Don't even start.
He thinks he is.
Don't even start that.
He says he's going to go 3 in a row.
Man, listen, they not. Can they get to a Sweet 16? Like, hey man, I gotta see.
How is Klinger the possible number 1 pick? I don't get it. We talked with Coach Brantley about it.
Because he's 7 foot. Because he's a 7-foot project that like nobody really thinks. So like, we going round and round on this one. He probably will be a top 7 in their wet dream. Memphis will hope they would get Klinger because he can fill the role that Steven Adams has left.
Well, they already traded away their one ball, or no, I guess they still got him, but. The role they need is who's their big that's from Indiana.
You talking about the homie, Jared Jackson Jr.
Yeah, I mean they already got the guy. He's there.
He played out good. He really likes to play power forward. You know how these dudes are in their mind, what spot they want to play on.
Positionless basketball, anyways.
But Jared Jackson Jr. is kind of like their Miles Turner. If we was in Memphis, he would be, you know what I'm saying? We would be like, man, where's Jared Jackson Jr. go? Because you know what I'm saying? Because he got the stats. He got the blocks. He got the daggone rebounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want a guy like that to be having.
Right.
But, like, nah, man, they're probably in their wet dream. They want to get Klinger. They might do some Will and Dillon, try to move up, and so they can secure that in Memphis. This is a comeback Band-Aid year for Memphis, man. People forgot about them, kind of fell in love with Minnesota. But
no,
Memphis will make a little noise. Memphis picked up one of these little draft picks. I'm saying they're going to really try to target Klinger. Klinger won't be number 1, Brandon. He's not. They won't. That kid star from France would be number 1. 7 foot tall. You can't. He's a stretch guy. You can't teach that.
When Danny Hurley turned it down to 6 years, $70 million, Lakers are now looking. I mean, between Shams and Woj going with conflicting reports, and I told you he was going to stay back. He's staying.
That's terrible, ain't it? Shams came out talking about JJ.
JJ ain't the guy, man. He's not the guy. I said Darvin Ham was not the guy from the beginning. He's not the guy. JJ's.
I don't care what you think.
They didn't get Jay Wright.
They look bad.
Get Jay Wright. Spend the money. You don't leave. He doesn't leave LA without a contract.
J-Rod ain't coming to. He's not coming to.
J-Rod, you got to do it.
I don't think he wants.
You know they're going to go safe route?
Brandon, if you return to a circus.
They're going to go safe route. They'll probably get James Borrego from the Pelicans.
So wait a minute. You want to coach LeBron James
for 2 years
in his last 2 years, and you want to coach his son, who we know damn well, Brandon should be out here at the YMCA running layup drills with me.
If they're going to pay you $70 million, why not?
Man, Brandon, you take championship off the table there.
I don't think championship was ever on the table for the Lakers now.
Damn. Then go ahead, trade Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And just make this a total side. Like, man, he don't need to be here for this. This is LeBron James. His mama gonna be on the sideline.
Oh yeah.
He got out the mother with the trip, braiding his hair.
Delonte West may be on the sidelines too with her. I don't know.
Bronny, stop it. Delonte, he's been through a rough spot, bro. He caught a rough spot about a couple days ago down there in Dallas.
Oh, he got worse?
He got another mugshot, bro. It's not even funny.
Damn. So we'll see what happens with the Lakers.
That's gonna be a circus atmosphere, man.
R.I.P. Jerry West, by the way. If we didn't mention that about the Lakers.
Absolutely.
The logo.
Absolutely. Man, we losing too many great ones, man. Walton died 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying, how you feel about Bill Walton, you know what I'm saying? Jerry West is like pioneer, man. So you think about great, you know what I'm saying, clutch players, he is that. He didn't even play with a damn on 3-point line, man. Imagine if he did. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody actually did Google it one time. They not Googled it. You know what I'm saying? They went back and like counted his points and stuff. Man, he'd have been whatever. Top whatever. 2, 3.
Right.
But like, nah, man. I think this era really. I don't get twisted, Brad. I never saw him play other than that all those films that, you know what I'm saying, that NBA history kind of puts out. But like, I think this era kind of remembers Jerry West from being like an executive, like the man behind the scenes. And that's kind of what I know him from. But like, he was an architect, man, putting together. Like, how do you do that, Brandon? How do you do? You have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? They already got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Somehow they take so bad, or however, it wasn't a lottery back then, right? But however they finagle it, they get Magic Johnson, and then in another year they get James Worthy, who's coming off a daggone national championship. Man, that's robbery. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you kind of get another kid, Byron Scott. There you go. They got, you know what I'm saying? He's the one that kind of put all that together. Pat Riley. That's why I didn't take the coaching shit seriously, Brandon. I know I'm cussing. I don't mean to say that.
No, you
Brandon,
good.
Like Pat Riley.
Show was cussing.
Pat Riley didn't just jump off from being a player to being a coach. He was assistant for 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Underneath Bill Fitz, man. And then, you know what I'm saying, Magic Johnson said, all right, man, let's roll with the younger, or, you know what I'm saying, with the younger boys. And, man, and there you go. Showtime Lakers. That's their story. You know what I'm saying? And he was there through the rough time. How do you see, there's this special kind of eye, Brandon. I have a special appreciation for those basketball heads like Jerry West and the former general manager of the Pacers, the homie. He should shame on us. He went to the Knicks. Should have never went there. What's the general manager's name?
Donnie Walsh.
Picasso, kill me. Yeah, Walsh. Donnie Walsh.
Yes.
No, it ain't.
Donnie Walsh.
Anyway,
went there as the GM of the Knicks.
Them dudes, man, got special eye for talent, man, and they be seeing, like, everybody be like, all right, man, this dude's killing it all through. Like, I remember this Jerry West just knowing, like, Kobe Bryant, like a high schooler. How do you know that? How do you see that potential? He traded a fan favorite in Bali Divac. You know what I'm saying? Bali Divac, who was like real popular. Same thing that the homie Walsh did. He traded Dale Davis, a fan favorite, a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? A good basketball player for this franchise. But I seen that, hey man, this kid over here is gonna be killing in Jermaine O'Neal. So I always, man, those guys had great eyes, man, for talent. And they had great.
I was thinking of the Gasol trade, bringing him out there with the Lakers.
Oh man, bro. He was on his way out though, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
He was on his way out.
Let me do one last thing.
Go ahead.
He's like, no. Let me do one last thing before I'm on my way out. Let me send Gasol
Well,
out there.
He was gonna get fired. Yeah, he was the vice president of the Memphis Grizzlies, and the homies over there needed a little help. You know, the Lakers' family, they need a little help. It's crazy though, but Brandon, I want to talk about just a little bit more, man, because it's crazy because how the Buss family kind of and him, it was the Clippers that announced that he passed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to start no beef between the Clippers and the Lakers, man, or bring up any dirt between Jerry, but Jerry Buss, like, I guess it was like, man, you kind of outwore his welcome, I guess, or he wanted to get a little bit more shine. You know what I'm saying? And busting them, as you can clearly see, when they said we want to go with Danny Hurley, a voice like that, busting them, they didn't put enough paper behind it, right? They clearly know, like, this is the Lakers. We run the Lakers, not LeBron James, not, you know what I'm saying, whoever. You know what I'm saying? This other, I don't know. Man, is he serious? They need to fire his ass, the general manager.
Pelinka?
Fire. Man, get his, man, he's terrible. Get him out of here. We already know, but I'm trying to tell you, the ownership wants to let everybody know. They run the Lakers. But here's the thing, though, Brandon. They kind of went with Danny Hurley, kind of thinking he was going to be like their Brad Stevenson. Here's what's going to have to happen. If the Lakers ever want a culture like that, you got to get out the way. You can't be part of the voice. You can't be saying, oh, LeBron's talking to Jeannie Buss. It can't be that. Brad Stevens makes decisions. He doesn't got to talk to the damn Celtics ownership. It just makes decisions and they happen. You know what I'm saying? He talks to the coach and boom, there it is.
Right.
You can't the ownership can, man. So Jerry West kind of got caught, you know what I'm talking about him. He kind of got caught up in that drama. You know what I'm saying? Who we going to trade? Who we going to bring in? Jerry West wants to bring this guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he had that minor divorce from them and he ended up, you know what I'm saying, VPing that over at Memphis. But he still looked out for his, you know what I'm saying, his family. But I challenge everybody who's listening to, you know, Crossroads Sports fans. You know what I'm saying? I really taught my bit, like when I really learned about sports and whatnot. Jerry West is, like I always tell you, Bill Walton's one of them. Jerry West is another, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oscar Roberts is another. But like, you go back and check these dudes' tapes. Check their files. When you hear J.J. Redick talk about this cat wild shit, talking about they played against plumbers and janitors and shit, he's talking about Jerry West. Jerry West ain't no plumber. Jerry West ain't no janitor. Jerry West got a multitude of rewards, you know what I'm saying, in West Virginia that ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, circumference just yet, you know what I'm saying, as a basketball player. Jerry West, you know what I'm saying, won an Olympic gold medal in 1980. They don't give that to plumbers. You know what I'm saying? And he only got one championship. They went to a lot of championships, man, before everybody started championship counting, you know what I'm saying, counting down like how many championships you lost. Jerry West and them lost a lot of championships. But he only got one, right? But hey, man, epitomize the word great. That's Jerry West, man. But, yeah, man, go check his file, y'all, for sure.
I got another. Speaking of delusional from earlier when we first started about the dumbass that was on the radio this morning.
Wow, man. I hope he calls in. I'm gonna find out who he is, man.
Just
making my friend.
That shit wild.
He got to be.
I heard something else that was crazy. Our boy who can't seem to keep Indiana and the Pacers out of his mouth, Paul George says, "I believe the Pacers should retire my jersey when I'm done."
He had to come back and do something. Brandon, listen, I know you don't like it.
He's on ESPN right now. He's doing the game, the pregame.
Then tell him, well, that's some whack shit too, man. You just got out the playoffs, man. Now you back on. Now you podcasting. Now you got the headset on.
He can't keep Indiana out of his mouth, John. He can't.
He need to be out here training. Like, how you gonna get the Clippers over? That's who you sign.
It ain't happening.
Or how you come back here, come back to Indiana, and sign with us, man. So, you know what I'm saying? A league minimum, and come ride this daggone Halliburton Wave train. That ain't gonna happen either. But hey, man, if he was to come back, that would be prerequisite, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, play and try to win a championship with the Pacers. But like, I don't think the Pacers and him really are on the same.
Do we warm up the Diddy Kane "I'm Coming Home" music and the video like they did for Melo when he came to New York?
Can't talk about Diddy. No Diddy.
No Diddy. # no Diddy.
Man,
I'm coming home. Coming home.
There's no room. There's no spot already. I mean, they're not gonna. If you bring in Paul George, you're not resigning Obi Toppin. That's for darn sure.
He said he wanted his jersey retired, John. I think you're still glossing over that point. He thinks they should. For what?
Man, he broke a bone up in here, man. He broke a bone up in here, Brandon. He forgot. He broke a bone. Come on, man. That was gruesome. We was all there.
I don't
Come
care.
on, Brandon. Oh, Brandon, that was terrible. No, that's not a good reaction.
Breaking a bone does not qualify you to get your damn jersey hung, or else we'd have like 6 or 7 others hang up there.
Did he not get his further? He got his father in the Oladipo.
Is he a Hall of Famer? Is he going to be a Hall of Famer?
Brandon, per his stats, he probably is a Hall of Famer.
John,
per his stats, how many All-Stars is he? And he actually asked the NBA when he was with the Pacers. Brandon, stop that, man. He got robbed of the daggone dunk contest.
John.
Don't start that, Brandon.
So winning the dunk contest, finishing second or so in the dunk contest gets you retirement jerseys.
No, he was robbed.
Put Fred Jones up there then. Robbed. Let's go.
Fred Jones. He still stayed in Indianapolis. Shout out.
Yeah. A little extra LBs, but yeah, go Fred.
Oh, wow.
But no, I hate let the teams decide if you're going to hang your jersey out. I think it's cute. You think that, and you still can't get Indiana out of your mouth all these years later.
Brandon, he had to come do 2-3 years with the Pacers. For real. 2 years. And try to help us get
Mike Kelly says all-star, not a superstar.
Man, y'all forgot. Man, he had some great moments, man. Them Miami games, Roy Hibbert was his center, man. Come on, man. Y'all done forgot.
Shout out. Come on, man. You can be dissing Roy like that. I like Roy. Speaking of Pacers real quick, Pacers are expected to offer an extension for Andrew Nembhard this offseason. I think he's earned it. But also, like I told you, part of me is I think his value is as high as it can be right now. So maybe you kind of take a couple questions on a trade to see what else is out there.
Damn, you want to trade him?
I didn't say I want to. I said you take some calls. His value is as high. It's never going to be as high as it is now. And if you're not fielding offers for that, then you're not doing your damn job. And I feel like Pritchard's at least got to hear out and see with your top talent, when your talent gets to a peak, he can't get any better. He can't. He had an incredible year. This is as high as value he's going to get. You're going to get the best offers, if anything, for him. See what happens. Even if it's in the February.
It's hard. Brad, I'm gonna poke the bear. Is Tyrese Halliburton gonna get any better?
Whoa. He's got to learn to play defense. If he can play defense, that's about as better as he can get.
Man, you gotta keep Nembhard around, man. You gotta keep Nembhard around. I think their depth might get a little challenged in the summertime.
Are you team running back?
Kind of comes back. No, I don't think everybody. I mean, running. You talking about Siakam?
Everybody. Running back.
I don't. That's a big check. That's a big check for him to sign.
What about running back? Everybody.
That's a big check. I don't think Obi Toppin comes back, man. To be honest with you.
You're in that freight train. You're on the Obi Toppin conductor freight train. You're about him coming back.
Well, everybody, wouldn't you want to have Cedric Ceballos on your team? Everybody needs a Cedric Ceballos on their team. But Cedric Ceballos still.
I'd rather have Udonis Haslem.
That I don't know if that exists anymore in the NBA. You would want Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly's the closest thing.
Oh, Pat Bev has ruined his Indiana chances, John. I love him, but he's ruined his shot.
Never. Yeah, he might as well. They might as well just take him off the daggone. Don't ever play another Pacer game ever in life.
Damn. Real quick before we go to the NBA Finals coverage, anything from you on? Because I'm kind of nauseated by it. Let the girl play, but
don't say
Caitlin Clark.
Don't say it. Hey man, Caitlin Clark is trying to be the best basketball player that she can be in her rookie campaign.
Yep.
And I've seen I've tweeted her some crazy hot takes from some good people. But Brandon, like again, I go back to Sharms. I go back to Rojo. Y'all was wrong. And they be questioning what Brandon Reed and Jonathan Birdsall be saying still.
It happens.
I can't believe some of this crap, man. So like a lot of people say they knew women's basketball, they didn't. I got eye-open about, you know what I'm saying, just because, there's a whole level of people pissed off. Brandon, I'm listening to them. I know what I'm being upset about them, you know what I'm talking about, little brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to them, but they got to understand, we coming off a hot 2 years Final Four running, man. If you're a basketball fan, you know what I'm saying, just living that world. And Caitlin Clark shows up on your scene, and she's the only girl lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be disrespectful, right? She's the only lady, like, that gets highlight reel. Like, it's sometimes kind of hard watching, you know what I'm saying, like women's basketball because, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's not a highlight. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean? You know, you might get a highlight of some, you know what I'm saying, some threes or whatever, but it's not like Steph Curry highlight. It's not Vince Carter highlight. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It don't splash on your TV screen. But when she plays, you know what I'm saying, she's shooting threes, man. You know what I'm saying? She's out there talking trash and backing it up.
Right.
Okay, she's white. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But there's a level of people that do care because there's a level of like times where like the white person on the court was kind of like, nah, man, it's too much out here, bro.
Don't
you know
these
what I mean?
girls
It's
know
kind of
what,
like that dynamic.
Who's paying their paycheck and their flights?
Well, that's the other thing. That's the other part, man. So like, why the hate?
And her teammate coming to her team side. I didn't see anybody come after her.
Be smarter. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying y'all gotta be smarter than what the media, however negative it can be spent. This also positive. I'm trying to spin it positive. Caitlin Clark ain't had a daggone moment's rest. Like, think about it, Brandon. She went from being in the Final Four to having to get ready to, you know what I'm saying, everybody knew she was coming to Indianapolis. Everybody, it was no secret. You coming to Brandon, we opened up with a segment of for nobody who disrespected Purdue basketball. This is how crazy we are about basketball here in the state of Indiana. Okay? Larry Bird, Bob Knight, they anointed. God bless them. Billy Knight, I mean, I go down the line, man. Who else you want me to name? Artest, Jalen Rose, man.
Bird.
Come on. Reggie Miller. I said, Larry Bird, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Calbertini, man, let's go.
Alan
Man, this is
Henderson.
how crazy you are about basketball here. So, like, when you get something like Caitlin Clark here, man, hey, man, be honest with you, I'm kind of like, Brandon said he's nauseated about it. I'm nauseated too, but like, I'm going to kind of put it like, listen, man, like, She probably it probably best that she ain't on the Olympic team because now she can get to rest and kind of catch up to, like, you know what I'm saying, and everything can kind of slow down. Having all these media things, and it's a whirlwind. The WNBA draft this year was the most watched attendance it has ever been. You know why? Because everybody knew she was going to be number one, and she's coming to a place that's basketball crazy. And
John, she's getting cheap shotted. Kalia Copper.
She says nothing but the right things, Brandon. She's like a freaking Girl Scout.
Right.
I love, you know what I'm saying, she says who she honors, you know what I'm saying, the past basketball players, you know what I'm saying, that technically don't necessarily look like her or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but if you want to make a color thing, and she's here like to absorb, you know what I'm saying, and to make money, not to make enemies. Now here's the thing, man, on that court, man, she's not gonna back down either. Dude, how can Indianapolis ain't gonna let her go? You know what I'm saying? That's, you know,
countdown's on.
Bro, they gotta figure out a way. Now, here's what's gonna need to happen, Brandon. The team gonna have to get a little bit like the team, and I ain't talking about on the floor. I'm talking about the team that puts the team together. You gotta get a little bit smarter than what you've been presenting. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just gonna have to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not just whip a spoon together and let's put the roll the ball out there, and we got Leah Boston and Caitlin Clark, and we gonna win the daggone championship. No, man, y'all gonna have to put some thought into it. They just put
Boston has digressed.
Oh, Brady, you got to say that.
She's digressed.
They just put a whole daggone super team out there in the Vegas Aces, right? For a particular purpose, right? To get net ratings and to get eyes and ears on that. The New York Liberty, pretty damn good basketball team, but built because they didn't put thought process into that. Her time will come, but I think it's like this time that's getting ready to be set aside for her because the season's gonna be ended or whatever, or they take a break off in the season, whatever. It's cool, man. Just take it as time to like absorb, or you know what I'm saying, time to like, you know what I'm saying, decompress for her. Okay. Like, nah, man. Okay. It's been too much basketball for her already. Man, coming out in the Final Four right into the WNBA, like, come on, man. That's a hard thing to manage for any athlete. Because again, the NBA draft, it's only for another couple of weeks. The daggone March Madness is over.
Right.
G League play is over. So, like, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? Let's keep apples and oranges and everything comparable, man. So I'm ready. I'm excited for her, you know what I'm saying, for her play. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting super critical of just like everybody, hey, when the turnover's going to stop or whatever. But, like, you know what I'm saying? She kind of turned. She was rookie of the month, all that. Those are great things. You know, some people got a couple games and they win in the win-loss column, which is great. Hell, the team they were playing, they suck too. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, man, she just really needs. I mean, me personally, she really needs this time to like slow down. And if you don't make the Olympics, whatever, because I know that
It's not a bad thing that she's not in the Olympics. You
it's
know,
not a bad thing at all.
I'm fine with her taking a break with no Olympic play. Maybe she's not one of the best ones right now for the team, and that's fine. There's plenty of Olympics for her to compete in. But secondly, if you look at it from the other side, the WNBA and people who want exposure for girls basketball, you are the dumbest idiots ever for not putting her on the team. Because right now, the exposure, you strike while the iron is hot. This is the most exposure you're going to get for women's basketball that's going to watch the Olympics because we already know Team USA is going to dominate. Belgium, I think, is the second best team for women's basketball. Other than that, USA is going to beat every team by 30, 40 points. So is she really needed on that team this year? I don't think so. Let her rest up. Let her get a freaking season underneath her, and then come back next year. There's more Olympics. She'll be on those. So, one thing I forgot to add about Purdue basketball, John, it was mentioned 2 days ago. Purdue did extend Matt Painter through the 2029 season. $4.85 million contract with performance-based incentives of $1.2 million. Painter is now in the top 4 highest paid head coaches in the Big Ten, the new Big Ten.
Maybe Woodson goes to the Lakers.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. it makes sense, wouldn't it? He's already got his boy out there, who's Shafino. So, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of mock drafts got that center going to either the Lakers or the Thunder.
Yeah.
They played that 1 year. Yeah.
This ain't basketball related, it's football related, but it just came across the Twitter. Eugene Hilton, Eugene Hilton Jr., T.Y. Hilton's son, one of the top receivers in the country, is announcing his college choice this Friday. His top 7 schools, John: Georgia, Kansas, Miami, Missouri, Ole Miss, Purdue, and Wisconsin. I think there's only 2 ranked teams in there, and 3 ranked teams.
We got a high five there.
Georgia, Missouri, and Ole Miss.
If Georgia's there, man, I don't know what you waiting on, Christmas.
Playing time?
Kansas wouldn't even be in my rotation.
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening. By the way, sneaky, John, I've been doing some my college basketball research already because I've got my books. I've got some stuff for you, and it's good. It's good stuff. I already did my bracket. I have followed the procedures for the top 12 college football playoff. I've done my bracket. I'll put it out tonight after the show. But my top 12, I got Georgia as the number 1 seed, Ohio State as the 2, Florida State as the 3, Oklahoma State as the 4, because before people challenge me.
About college football.
Yes, college football. Because before people challenge me, because the top 4 seeds have to be conference champions. So that's why Georgia, SEC 1, Ohio State, Big Ten 2, Florida State, ACC 3, Oklahoma State, number 4. The 5 seed, well, the highest conference champ of the last group of 5 I've got is Liberty. John, I think Liberty goes undefeated this year. I've looked at the roster. They've got a talented roster. They've got the quarterback back. They have a great schedule. I think they go undefeated and get in the college football playoff. Liberty, mark it here on June 12th. Liberty will be in that college football bracket playoff. So I have them as the 12th seed taking on the 5 seed Oregon. Welcome to the Big Ten, Oregon. This is your first year in the Big Ten. I got you as the 5 seed. I think you lose to Ohio State this year, but the Big Ten runs through Eugene next year.
Stop it.
It does.
What is going on?
It does. It does. Anyways, I've got Michigan and Notre Dame in the 8 and 9 matchup. Michigan, Notre Dame.
I was getting ready to say, man.
In the 8 and 9.
You about to get canceled South Bend. You about to get canceled South Bend. You didn't mention not Notre Dame.
I've got
somehow
Alabama and Ole Miss in the 7-10 game. I've got Texas and Penn State in the 6-11 game, and then I had the Oregon and Liberty.
They get a quarter.
The who? Texas?
No, I know they got plenty quarterback. I'm talking about Penn State.
Yeah, they got their guy back.
Okay.
He came back. So out of that, it comes down to my final four schools. I've got Georgia versus Oregon, and Ohio State versus Texas. So it's SEC versus Big Ten, just as we talked. John, I got Georgia versus Ohio State. I think Georgia rights their one little mistake they did last year. You got Georgia, Ohio State, and I got Georgia winning the championship. Just June 12th. There it is, folks. Brackets out. I feel very
SEC
confident.
people ain't gonna ever care. D-Kai hear this, man, he gonna be pissed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alabama. Shit, I got Alabama ranked higher than the people do.
Yeah, it's a new era in Alabama, man. People want to see them people get mud stomped.
One more thing before we get to the NBA Finals, because we're still on the path to the NBA Finals is going to start. We've talked about people saying jackassery things, right? We talked about the idiot at the start of the show. We talked about Paul George believing he should have his jersey retired. Anthony Richardson said something today.
Oh, man. Dude, come on, man. Don't start with this. Man, don't piss the Colts fans off, man. We're going to be in trouble.
He said,
we're going to be in trouble.
Quote, playing. This guy played how many games, John, in the NFL? Can you tell me how many games he played? 4?
4.5, maybe.
4.5. And he was out, what, 2 of those 4 games with injury halfway through or so?
That's why I said 4.5.
Anthony Richardson said today, he said, quote, playing in the NFL is easier than playing college football.
And he can't make it through a mini camp. Yeah, I have concerns, man. I do. I got concerns. The coach should have concerns. I guess
that's why I think him.
You gonna bust me out.
No, not you. That's for Anthony Richardson.
Scout, I know. The scout department better be looking at cures in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be looking at another quarterback.
Flacco's gonna be your starter this year. Man's hurt still, John. The man is still hurt.
I know. That's not cool.
Now, some people think it's because he got that long tattoo for 8 hours on that same arm.
That can't be related. You would think.
People think it is, and that's why it was sore.
Wow.
I mean, I've never had a tattoo, but I mean, it would make sense. I feel like.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, just idiot things I've heard. That's another idiot thing I've heard. So Anthony Richardson, Paul George, and the idiot on the morning show this morning. NBA Finals, John. Finally, Game 3 tonight. I feel like the Finals. I don't even know what the hell the day the games are on anymore. I'm just looking at. It should be on tonight. Nope, it's another day. The Celtics lead 2-0. Porzingis is out tonight. Must win for Dallas. Backs against the wall. They performed better a little bit the second game than they did the first game.
Right.
They just got doors beat off of them, and it was over quickly in the first quarter. But I expect the Mavs to come out strong tonight. I expect a strong Kyrie Irving game. We haven't seen Kyrie do anything since then. He's 0-12 against the Celtics since he stomped on Lucky. So put that out there. But I expect a strong Kyrie Irving game tonight. Celtics Mavs. I think Mavs get at least one win here tonight.
I don't know, Brandon. If the Boston Celtics play their best version of themselves, where they have more of an attacking Jason Tatum, they'll blow the doors off the Dallas Mavericks.
No Porzingis.
I think. Well, I get that, man, but I think they chase more points and three-pointers, in particularly when Porzingis is on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I watched a guy like what's my guy's name, Horford, get a rebound and be 7 feet away from the basketball. 7 feet from the rim. I mean, we know that's like his area of scoring. Kick it back out to get a three that clanged off or maybe it was 40%, whatever, right? Because like when the ball Celtics are hitting their threes, like that's they try to keep up with the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying, for 2 years ago, right? So I really think if they're aggressive enough, like Jason Tatum is not his passing self, and he's good at passing. Literally passing. He's good at rebounding as well. He can flirt with a triple double, but he's got to be attacking. You got to be attacking. And Jaylen Brown can't be the only one out there. You know what I'm saying? Attacking. Derek White can't be the only one out there attacking tonight. You're right. You should see a better Kyrie Irving tonight. I think you'll see a better bench support tonight. Maybe a closer game. I think the Celtics take it over in the fourth, man, and put it up 3-0. 3-0.
The Al Horford drinking the fountain of youth in this NBA Finals. I still do think the Celtics win the series, but I think Mavs got to get out and get themselves one. By the way, John, I was talking. Remember last year when I said that Billy Napier in Florida, I've expected him to get fired, and it didn't happen. They kind of backdoored their way there towards the end of the season with some wins. But, John, this is the year. This is the year Napier gets fired. Vegas, over under. Florida wins this year. What do you think they would have it as?
6.
4. Florida Gators, 4 wins total. Over under. Oof. They're saying Vegas has the under. If Florida's going to win in 3 games, 4 games, it's time to get ZipRecruiter fired up down there in Gainesville because Napier going to be gone. I got some over-unders for you. I kind of researched it. Yeah, today I researched it a little bit. Over-under for wins. IU, over-under 5 this year. 5. Purdue, 4.5. 4.5 wins, Purdue this year. 4.5. Actually, I've got them winning 6 this year and going bowling. I really do. Colorado, over-under 5.5. 5.5 wins for Colorado.
Damn, Dion.
Going to the Big 12. By the way, Oklahoma State should win the Big 12. They look pretty good going in. Ball State, it's going to be a new regime, I feel like, unfortunately, at Ball State after this year with new out. 4.5 wins. That's the over.
Ooh, come on with the Mac, bro.
The schedule does not look good. They got to go take on your boy Signetti's old team, James Madison, the Dukes. Bama, 9.5. And that's over. They have the under as the heavy favorite there for Bama, under 9.5 wins.
Okay.
Michigan, 9 wins. The Irish, 10 wins. And USC, 7 wins. I think I love Oregon, John. And I think, and one of my guides I'm looking at has Oregon actually beating Ohio State for the Big Ten championship this year. I think it's a year too soon. I think maybe next year, but I do love with this Oregon. I mean, they have the MVP of the league this year being Dylan Gabriel. He's the quarterback out in Oregon. So,
what's the homies Clemson? Where are they at in all this? This grand.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So Clemson right now, they have them second in the ACC, just behind Florida State. They're ahead of Miami and NC State. So it's very weird seeing the last place team in the ACC is Stanford. Still weird to look at that. It's very weird to see Stanford Cardinals.
They didn't know where to go.
Big Ten. Oregon 1. USC 5. Washington 9. UCLA 14. Purdue 16 and IU dead last 18th. Purdue getting Hudson Card back another year, so that'll kind of help them. Big 12, this is sexy. This is sexy Big 12. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Oklahoma State 1. Utah 2. Your boy Cam Rising. He's back. Big 12 shootouts.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Big 10 shootouts. Arizona 5. Colorado 11. Cincinnati last. Arizona State second to last, 15. And then your SEC, I know it's going to get people riled up a little bit. You got to keep the faith. Give me a second here. By the way, Ball State second to last in the MAC. Not good. 128th overall. Give me 1 second, John, while I get to your SEC. SEC, Georgia Bulldogs. They have number 1. Number 1. Texas, number 2 in the SEC. Ole Miss, 3. Lane Train. Alabama 4, Oklahoma 8. Yeah. So, and we got all off season to talk about Carson Beck if we think he's a real deal. I've got them winning. I didn't think. I guess I could see them winning a title with Stetson Bennett, but they did. So why the hell couldn't they win it
Right.
with Carson Beck out there? I just don't know if he's. Is he the best quarterback in the league? I don't even know if he's the best quarterback in the conference. I almost might tip my hat to Jalen Milroe, possibly. So we're seeing, or Quinn Ewers in the SEC. So we'll see. I wanted to pass those out to you, give you a little, get you a little fired up, John, for college football. It's coming, and I've already started kind of reading through my book, so I was excited for that.
Right, realignment's here.
Yeah, it is here. Purdue Steelers signed Mike Tomlin 3-year extension, John, through the 2027 season. The standard is the standard with Mike Tomlin back another 3 years. So that was good to see them getting wrapped up there and what they can do. U.S. Open this week, John, tomorrow at Pinehurst, number 2. Scotty Scheffler, heavy favorite. Heavy favorite. Xander Schauffele, Cole Morikawa are your following guys following that. But, yeah, U.S. Open will be good. It's supposed to be like 90s down there, so that's good enough for Tiger.
Is Rory, is he golfing this weekend, or is he getting back with the wife?
Both, man. He's back. He's back together. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, he saw. So he's back with her.
Damn.
Can't blame the man.
Damn, Liz.
John Rahm withdrew. Foot injury. He is withdrawn from the U.S. Open. So next time we see John Rahm will hopefully be in July for the Open Championship out there in Europe. John, I know I've kept you tonight. 7 o'clock started the Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Tom Brady tonight. It's on YouTube for you to watch. The GOAT.
Hold on, man. We missed a week and we didn't talk about Dallas Clark getting in the Ring of Honor here in Indianapolis. Oh, man, he said, who? Dallas Clark.
Who?
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, Brandon.
It's a poor man's Heath Miller.
He is, man. You know what? Like I got into a real debate. This is before I started started being a serious podcaster and started like that fan shit out your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because Dallas Clark compared to like Witten, that they play. We can say they play around about the same time. Jason Witten, right? Like Dallas Clark's numbers for a small time compared to Jason Witten, but Jason Witten blew Dallas Clark away, right? So. I always, the fans, you'd be like, hey, man, Dallas Clark, you always want to mention Dallas Clark because, like, that was what Peyton Manning, he was a security blanket for Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning, every great quarterback, I feel like, you correct me if I'm wrong, man, has a great tight end that they say was a safety blanket that they can always go to, right? So he was him. So for Dallas Clark to be in the Ring of Honor, man, that makes perfect sense, man. It hurt my soul, Brandon, when the Colts let everybody go. Peyton Manning got up there and said this was his last day as a coach. Everybody remembers this, man. And then also, I feel like the next day it was like Dallas Clark and Joseph Adai and all those other guys. And though they didn't retire anything. Dallas Clark ended up playing for, I think, Tampa Bay for like 2 more seasons or something like that. And then it was forgettable because what him and Peyton Manning had together, man, was like it was like timing. It was and he was very reliable, catcher of the ball, man. And so, right. And he was a great blocker too, all those things, man. So for him to go to Ring of Honor, absolutely, positively, man, maybe not necessarily all pro or anything like that. He got decent yards. He's never gonna be on no Hall of Fame or anything like that because he got decent yards, but he ain't got nowhere near the touch. No, he's got great touchdowns. Just don't necessarily the yards. Take that. It's reverse. He's got great touchdowns. Just ain't got the yards. But no, man, Dallas Clark going to Ring of Honor is gonna be something kind of great for the fans here, man, because it ain't too out of the of the era. You know what I'm saying? Of forgettableness, man. So like, no, man, I salute that. I can't wait to see it.
Okay. No, Dallas Clark's a good dude. So, Happy to see him go in, Mr. Iowa himself. So we've got
Right.
we've got some breaking news, John, from Woj. Woj bomb.
Laker coach.
It ain't the Laker coach, but he's probably announcing it tonight. Report there is a real doubt that Kristaps Porzingis will be able to return for the rest of the NBA Finals, per Woj. Porzingis could be out for the rest of the finals.
He's got a tush problem, man. I don't know, man. He's got like soft tissue everywhere in his body or something.
Dude, he broke the
crazy,
bone in front of his ankle.
Yeah, man, he's got all kind of issues, man. So I hope he gets it together. The Celtics, you know what I'm saying, parlayed a lot of draft picks and whatnot to get Kristaps, you know what I'm saying. He was kind of healthy for the main part of the season, and it's kind of sad to see him kind of break down. You see what kind of team they are with him on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And defensively, man, he wasn't a liability. He was out there blocking shots like a madman. So, yeah, I mean, reports, if he ain't coming back, man, you know, it ain't like stuff that we can, oh, woe is me. They got some level up. They got some next man up kind of guys, man. But, again, Porzingis being the unicorn and whatnot, man, I felt this guy was going to be a moment for him.
Ooh, I love it.
I thought that they could get 2 more games out of it, but it ain't going to happen.
Reggie Miller was on a podcast today. And I would play it, but I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. Let me try to see if you let me know if you hear this at all.
And this is why I cannot stand the Knicks, because to me they're front runners, right? They think that they're God's gift to basketball.
Nah.
Now that you guys know you're going to win the game, it's chance. Okay.
So they're playing the FU Reggie thing, right? So they're playing that from when they were doing New York. Gosh dang it! Where's the play button?
And this is why I can't have moved on. Yeah. Where gasoline was poured on it is when Josh came over to me.
Yeah, Josh, that was crazy.
Josh Hart, right?
Anybody called it.
And I don't think there was any. I don't know. I don't know what was in his head. I don't think there was anything malicious. I think he was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But for him to again pour gas.
What?
We're here in Winston.
You couldn't hear it?
No, I couldn't hear this at all.
Oh, well, it says this is why I can't stand the Knicks. They're front runners. They think they're God's gift to basketball. Where gasoline was poured on was when Josh Hart came over to me. Think he was trying to be funny and said F you. He shouldn't have come over and said that. It's Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson sitting together doing a podcast. So
He cursed him? Is that what Reggie was trying to say? He cursed him?
yeah, he cussed him out.
Oh, wow.
Can't rush out the goat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hang on.
Team USA for men's basketball, John. You all right with that roster?
I'm all right with any roster that's going to take it seriously and go out there and try to win the gold medal. If you're playing in the Olympics.
Let me give everybody the roster real quick so they know.
Give the roster.
Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid, which I didn't know Embiid was born in the United States, but
there you go.
Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, which we said was crazy, and Jason Tatum. Your head coaching staff is Steve Kerr, Mark Few, Tyronn Lue, Eric Spoelstra.
Poor Mark Few. Why come they didn't get Lakers go get Mark Few?
Is there any chance that Spoelstra would leave to go to LA?
Nah, man. Too much issues. Nah, man.
Issues with what? Issues with what?
LeBron tried to get him fired.
Stop it.
Yeah. LeBron tried to get him fired.
Come on, man.
Pat said no. You know, Pat ain't got no problem firing no coaches now. He fired Van Gundy.
If you're the Lakers management, who do you sign? You get to pick, John. You get to pick the coach. Who are you bringing in to meet with you to sign that contract today?
It got to be, but see, like, does it have to be sexy? There got to be a big program.
Who do you want? This is you.
Oh, they might have just hired Mark Jackson.
You want Mark Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hand down, man down. He knows how to handle the media. He wants to go back into coaching. You know what I'm saying? If we are a forgiving nation, we are. Whatever Mark Jackson did behind the doors, I don't know what he said, whoever he offended, man, guess what? Get over it. Because time is over. We're not going to keep on holding that against him. We shouldn't. So let Mark Jackson coach the Lakers. I'm with it.
You know,
LeBron, it's like you need a personality to coach a personality.
okay, I'm glad you said that.
Good.
Because I got a personality to coach a personality.
But he's had experience though. He's had experience though.
I texted you last night. I thought, hey, any Van Gundy, if you got to get a name in and it's known. But if you want a personality to coach a personality, and you want the Lakers to be in the spotlight, because it was no bull when they announced that Dan Hurley was offering a contract on the first day of day one of the NBA Finals. So the Lakers want to be in the news. They want to be known. Man, if you want to do that, you don't have to look any further than Las Vegas. And they offer that contract to Becky Hammond.
Wow!
You're going to get all the news with her being coach.
Oh,
you know, Braun would probably. Yeah. Braun likes her.
Right.
And she coached the Lakers. She'd be the first female coach, and it would be the Lakers organization. Right. Come on, man.
It'll blow you away.
That's what I'd pick.
She coached up Bronny, make him to look like Brunson.
Now you can't pay her $70 million, like but now that will get the affirmative or the equal action people saying that why can't you pay her that? But still, I mean, she got to be proven a little bit. But I still think Jay Wright, man. Jay Wright's my guy. Don't let him leave LA without a contract. Jay, just come do it for 3-4 years. That's it. Help us get past this. Help us pass it.
Mark Jackson.
Might as well do Dale Davis then. Chris Quinn from Miami. I don't know. I mean, you already went down the Brian Shaw route, right? Where's he at now?
I think he's still G Leaguing it up, man. For real. Stackhouse, he's fired. He got fired from Vanderbilt.
You can bring the Must Bus, get him out of USC.
Man, he tried to kiss his ass. They don't want no parts of him. He tried to kiss their ass. Like, dude, USC, you say you're right. Lakers told him you ain't big enough.
Just bring our boy back, man. Bring Phil.
Because he was like, I need to go talk to Bronny about his availability. He was talking about Bronny. I need to talk to Bronny about what he wants to do. Man, shut your man. He makes me sick.
Hey, not with you, right?
Yeah, school jumping ass. I need to go talk to Bronny. Should have kept your ass where you was at.
Well, maybe you need to see what Bronny's doing. Hey, listen, it'd be a perfect spot for Cal. If he was still at Kentucky, I would be jumping for Cal to get his ass out there.
Yeah, he can't jump. Yeah, he can't jump all them schools and back to the NBA. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Slick Cal, he'd do whatever LeBron James told him.
Right, exactly. Yes, sir. You want me to get these three guys? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love it.
Calipari, yes, sir. Can you imagine?
No.
He threw for 70 man. Patino probably was like, damn, Patino probably got all kind of grease in his hair now. Like, yeah, I need to. Wait a minute, St. John's. I got to pray for it to come back, but I need to be out there.
All that West Coast grease in his hair.
People at Danny Early turned down $70 million, man. Shoot, God bless America. Not me. Not Patino. Not Calipari. Not they. No way. They would turn down that money.
Oh yeah, it's Lakers Twitter right now saying go after Calipari. Go after Calipari. Man, he ain't gonna leave Arkansas for that.
No, he gonna do. He couldn't do that. He can't do. He
wouldn't be allowed back.
Nah, man, they would ban him. It'd be his last jump. He gonna leave schools, jump schools, and go to the NBA. You just gonna say at this point now.
Now he gets to coach his boy Anthony Davis, where he's coached him before.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, nah, man, they ain't doing that. They couldn't do it. I even kind of crazily thought they would go like back to Frank Vogel, man, but I don't. I
bring back Frank.
Start your campaign. Pass that. Deca hates Frank Vogel.
Oh, hates him passionately. I don't know what he did to him, but
I don't know what man blames him for like his substitution, man. But like, You can't sub like he
Time to
subbed
get
in
over
Paul
that.
George, man. So what is he supposed to do? He subbed in Paul George, didn't hit the shot. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What you want me? Worst coach ever. Decon just tweeted out or just messaged out. Worst coach ever. I don't know. That might be JJ Redick. I don't know. He might be the worst coach. I mean,
man, Carlisle, you know what I'm saying, the first stint when he was with the Pacers, he did some boneheaded things down the end that dispelled it. I'm glad he's back. Sometimes I think, you know what I'm saying, he tried to be tough, man, but I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see what the Pacers, what the future shows for this, you know what I'm saying, new Pacers.
hey,
as they, you know what I'm saying.
David Blatt's available still. You know, changes around and
That dude, the coach of the Lakers, he already got his money from LeBron. Hush money. They told him to hush.
Cavaliers said they're not expected to trade any of their core four of Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley. They're gonna keep them pat.
Do they? They don't even have a coach yet, do they?
No, they're still looking for coaches. James Borrega, his name's been brought up for Cleveland and the Lakers as top two candidates.
Man, please.
Let me see this. Let's do a little guessing game with John Birdsong here, real quick.
Go ahead.
Jonathan Birdsong, we're gonna play the kind of the game they play on NBA on TNT. Name that instead of name that team. It's gonna be name that coach. John, who is the head coach of the Utah Jazz?
Damn, it ain't even the homie no more. I know Danny Ainge's general manager. That's all I got, bro. It's the homie from Boston. He came from Boston though.
What's his name?
The head coach is.
We'll give you a half a point.
Percentage.
We'll give you a Will Hardy. Will Hardy.
There you go.
John, who is the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers?
Oh, Chauncey Billups. He needs to be fired.
Ding, ding, ding. Well done. Well done, John. You got that one. Who is the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Oh, young guy. Damn it. I cannot think of his name.
He's been there 4 years.
Yeah, he's a young guy. It's not Billy Donovan, y'all. Billy Donovan's in Chicago now. But sorry, y'all.
Mark
I don't have the answer.
Daigneault. Mark Daigneault.
Sorry, man. It's the Players League now, man.
Who is the head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies?
Goodness gracious.
This is going great. Just as I expected it to go.
I should know this, man. I listen
you
to
should.
Radio.
You're just praising the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I be knowing what's going on with the ins and outs of the teams, man. What's his name, man?
Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah.
A couple more for you, John. Who is the head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers?
Oh, Tyronn Lue.
Ding, ding, ding. Who's the head coach of the Houston Rockets?
The homie, he got all kind of problems with his wife.
Ime Udoka, yes, we'll give you that one. Head coach of the Detroit Pistons?
Oh, that's the other man. Is he gonna be there forever?
Larry Bird.
Man, what's his name? No. He's from that family tree though, because he came from San Antonio, by way of. I can tell you who he played for. I can tell you he played for Notre Dame.
Who did he coach before the Pistons? You know that.
Who did he coach before the Pistons? Phoenix.
Yep, Monty Williams. Well done. Last two. Who is the Brooklyn Nets head coach?
They fired him. They got an interim.
Yes. Who's the interim?
I don't know, man. I didn't say hell. I don't even know who the interim is. They fired him. I don't know. You give me the buzz on that one.
He's won a national championship.
Uh-oh.
As a head coach.
Really?
Yep.
Nah, man. The assistant coach is Dagon, the homie, Jawan. He's on the assistant. He's one of the assistants.
He's won a national championship as a coach in the 2010s. From 2010 to 2020, he's won a national championship. Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie was the name we were looking for there on that one. And last one.
Really?
Who is the head coach of the number 1 draft pick Atlanta Hawks? Who that coach?
Who that coach? We gonna do that. We gonna call that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
We're gonna do that. Ours is gonna be say who that player, who that coach.
For the NFL, we do the same thing for the NFL.
Yep, we will. I love this segment.
That is the homie, Snyder.
There you go. There you go. All right, John. You did all right. You did all right.
I know that came back.
It would not have been fair if I would have gave you the Wizards because I didn't even know the dude's name. Brian Keefe? I've never heard of that guy.
That's who need to coach the Lakers right there.
And now we're going to bring on our guy. Who that caller? We're going to play Who That Caller. John, who this caller is?
Is he mad about the Pacers?
Oh. He's mad about the old former coach of the Pacers.
Oh, yeah, I know who it is.
What's up, D-Cop?
Big up to Alabama. Big up to Alabama.
Fellas? Hey, first and foremost, gotta give a shout. Hey, first and foremost, you guys gotta give a shout out to my boy, Tornado, man. He turned 20 today, man. So we just got back from a little bit of hibachi, man. So I was listening to the show while I was eating. So now I had an opportunity. I heard my name being called about the worst in-game coach ever for the Pacers, a.k.a. Frank Vogel. So I had to call.
Don't do that.
Listen, man, the Lakers have to get an NBA coach. You're not going to get a college guy that come in there and coming from what he's been able to control to do that in L.A. That's a 2-year disaster like the last 3 coaches have been. So it's got to be an NBA guy. But I've been racking my brain trying to figure out an NBA coach. I can't think of one other than Mark Jackson.
You said worst in game. You forgot about Nate Borgren. Forgot about that.
No. Listen,
hold on.
Hold
on, man. You forgot about Jimmy O'Brien. Forgot about that, D-Cot. You talking about in-game coach. Jimmy O'Brien should never been no damn coach. Look at the Pacers.
Here's the difference.
Oh, man.
Here's the difference. Frank Vogel is a guy that was with the Pacers more than 1 year beyond the Borgman guy, right? Borgman has been erased from my database, right? He was a mistake because I don't even think he's in the league anymore. And then Jim O'Brien, he got love because he's related to who? Larry Bird. Is his in-law, right?
Yeah, he is.
So that's a given there, right? He was a horrible coach. If you remember when Tinsley was there, he supposed to have an agreement. If you get the ball up within 6 seconds, you can run the offense how you want. That was him buying time because he knew he was terrible. If you all remember that.
Jim O'Brien.
He was terrible. He was terrible. But you forgot the human Q-tip, man. Well, JD, you're good at Pacers' bad history. You forgot about the human Q-tip? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Who's that?
Versace, man. Versace.
Isaiah Thomas?
You remember?
No, that was early 80s, man. No, man. Early 80s, this dude, white dude, had a jerry curl, man. This shit was on fire.
Yeah, Dick Versace, man. Yeah.
Remember, he had too much talent. They had too much talent out there. They didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. If you remember, him and the owner at the time for the Vancouver Grizzlies, they were best of friends. That's why he went down there to Memphis, if you remember.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought.
I
thought he got fired because the team was too young. He got fired. He was terrible. Yeah, he had the young Detlef Schrempf, Reggie Miller. He had 2 young teams.
And he wasn't.
Yeah, everybody wanted to be a shooter. Everybody wanted to be a shooter.
Like,
we need somebody to do some board work out here, bro.
Good enough to get you fired.
So listen, I've been sending you guys some screenshots and some stuff, and I'm not sure if you all are hooked up with the link Fans Pro. It's a draft machine similar to hoopshypes.com, but it's called FANSPO, not pro, but PO. And I'm gonna send you all a couple of screenshots. Brandon, that's why I love you so much. You talked about TJ at the height of his opportunity, right? It's about McConnell. TJ, he's not going to get any hotter than right now. And you got to have a contingency. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, TJ McConnell.
We want Grayson Allen back. We want Grayson Allen back.
Stop. See, you know what? You know what? Brandon, JB is starting to act like he's boss and just be a troll. He's just trying to be a troll at this point.
He ain't been on the show in 2 weeks. That's why he's trolling.
I don't want no Gordon Hayward back.
Oh.
No, listen. Stop it. If you talking Gordon, don't even talk Gordon Hayward. Stop. That shit sailed that night in Cleveland when he ripped his leg apart.
I'll tell you
that shit sailed, in my opinion, from a talent perspective. But check this out. So
Paul George can't come back.
Listen,
here we go.
Brandon, when you tell him, see, all he's trying to do is egg me on. I'm not following. I'm not. No, you know how I feel. I'm not wasting my time. Listen, we got to have a contingency. Stop it, JB. So we got to have a contingency plan.
Sorry, man.
Where is that? We got to have a contingency plan. If in fact Siakam says, it was a great run, but I don't want to do it. So we got to start talking.
I think it's going to come down to that numbers for him. I really think it's going to come down to are they going to pay him, you know what I'm saying, $39 million, $40 million, like whatever that number is, man. I get the salary cap, but like the Pacers ain't into like paying, like they end up paying like one person a whole lot of money, not two people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But check this out. You all do realize, right? So he's eligible for 5 at 245. He's eligible. I didn't say he's going to get it. He's eligible for 5 at 245. So if he it depends, in my opinion, to your point, JB, they've never gone over the threshold, right?
No.
The luxury tax.
Not something they don't know. That's why I bring up Paul George.
Mark the tape. I got a better one for you. Mark the tape. If they don't max him out, meaning 5 at 245, he turns it down, and you've got to look at a sign and trade for a guy. I'm not going to share it on the show. I'm going to send it to you all. It makes all the sense in the world based off of T.J. McConnell, money, and shot makers. And I think that, you've got to be creative when you're a Pacers, right? Because at this point in time, what the young man did, Nimhard did the last 2 games. Now, granted, listen. Treated Robert Horry like a blind stepchild, and he got that big deal. And about 2 weeks into the season, he was coming off the bench. You remember that?
Don't be like that.
Man. So we got to be careful. Listen, I believe Nimhard's a better NBA player than Crozier will be, but you got to be careful of tying your rope, to a young guy who had a great series, right? I mean, he's been very good all year. But on this show, we talked about guys talking about.
Hold on. Crozier got caught up into a coaching change as well, though.
Yeah, Isaiah.
That next year they had a coaching change.
He wasn't. It was Isaiah Thomas, and he wasn't his guy. But at the end of the day, though, it was a smart move because if you think about that team, they had Al Harrington coming into his own at that time, and there was no because he's obviously more athletic and all those things. He had not the 3-point shooter, so I think it was a great decision by Isaiah. He just, in my opinion,
Crozier was Larry Bird guy, but the organization, that's weird, man. They had a lot. They had a lot of depth. They had a lot of depth back then, though. Isaiah didn't use it right. I'm gonna go on Isaiah. He didn't use it right.
Man, that team had straight killers on that team.
They tried to push Bender, and he never was gonna never be. It wasn't gonna happen.
Stop it! Injuries. Stop it! And they weren't pushing Bender. Bird picked Bender and said on tape, there's gonna be a lot of payback because this guy's gonna make a comeback. So
I get that. It never did happen, though.
Well, I understand. I'm not saying it did or didn't. What I'm saying is
he became an Isaiah Thomas guy too, because Isaiah Thomas put him out there.
But he inherited him, right? He inherited him.
He did.
And he saw the athletic and the ability, right? But Bird picked him. If you remember the
I wanted Serbiak. I got it on paper, bro. I wanted Wally Serbiak. I know that's crazy to have two white guys like Crozier and Serbiak, but like, man, Wally Serbiak tore it up. Wally Serbiak tore it up here.
Nothing to do with him playing in the MAC, right? Nothing at all, right?
Man, Wally Serbiak tore it up in that tournament too. When they had Miami, they tore it up that year.
JB, nothing to do with him being in the MAC, right?
I am MAC. It's true. Everybody knows this. I love me some MAC things. But give me your Bowling Green. Give me your Ball State. Give me, you know what I'm saying?
If you're a Bowling Green fan, why do you hate Dawkins so much?
That Dawkins my buddy. He loved me. He loved me. I love him. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
But in all fairness, listen, fellas, we got 2 weeks from today. Not only is it draft day, it's the greatest day in the history of the 365-day calendar because it'll be my birthday. So what are we going to do if we lowball Pascal and he says, nah, I'm good? We got to talk about that thing because the Pacers have to pay the money.
Then they got to go plan B. They'll bring back Obi Toppin and probably bring up somebody from the outside.
Oh,
or do a pull a trade. I'm sorry. They'll pull a trade. They'll pull a trade. They have those second round assets. They have depth at point guard. They do.
I'm gonna say it because I'm ready to take all the smoke. Here's the trade. Okay, if Pascal says no, you go sign and trade with Pascal. We know that Phoenix needs a point guard. You got Pascal. You got my man Isaiah Jackson, and you got TJ McConnell. And you got TJ McConnell going to Phoenix for KD and Nurkic. And here's why: KD has and it works in Fans Pro. KD has 2 years left, so you're not strapped long term. He's got next season, a year after that, and you got Nurkic, who's a guy who can help out Turner in the paint because Turner's begging for help. Turner's begging for, and I'm not saying just him. That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, listen. All I'm just saying is something to ponder because the Pacers have to pay that money, right? And who better to pay $45 million for if it's not, in my opinion, if it's not Siakam? Name me a guy that's going to bring $45 million. Also, you're going to tell me the guy from Philadelphia?
Right. You got to absorb some
LeBron James.
Brandon, your thoughts? Brandon, your thoughts on Kevin Durant?
Come on, Brandon, let's talk about it.
My thoughts about Kevin Durant as a Pacer?
Okay, listen. You can give me the buzzer, but you got to give me an
Danny
alternative.
Granger rolled over his grave. That ever happened.
So who is? Listen, it's about dollars. It has to match. Give me another guy in that $40 to $50 million range. Man, that makes better sense.
There might be
the trade I just shared with y'all.
LeBron James.
There might be a trade. LeBron ain't coming to the trade.
And Bronny.
Brandon over at
We're getting him by Bronny. We're drafting Bronny, and we can get LeBron.
Brandon, give me another guy. You can't think of another guy.
Paul George.
I went back and forth.
Paul George, right.
If you pay Paul George $40 million.
Paul George, let's go. Bring him back. Retire the jersey. Unburn my jerseys. Kumbaya.
You're going to pay him $40 million?
Kumbaya, we do it all together.
$40 million.
Might as well. Might as well.
2 years of Paul George is $75 million. That's what you get. That's what you look at. That.
So let me. I think y'all kidding. So am I being punked? Are y'all serious?
No, you asking for somebody that makes that much money. I'm saying Paul George. You want to pay Klay Thompson?
Somebody that's
Klay Thompson?
Oh, hell no.
Well, I'm giving you names.
That's a hell no.
Did you see him play last year? What did you Brandon, you can't just throw a name. Somebody that's realistic.
Did you bring back Paul?
Listen, Thompson gives us nothing that we need. We need rebounding, and we need perimeter defense. Thompson doesn't give any of that.
As soon as this trade with Phoenix goes through, we about to get Grayson Allen.
At $18 million a year for the 18 and it escalates for the next 4 years. Y'all trying to get me going off, man. Don't even try.
No,
I know what this is.
You said a short deal with Paul George. A shorter deal.
Now, listen, what is he?
It'll work out.
What is he?
Because Matherin still got Matherin. Matherin's still gonna be here, floating around.
This dude, he's been broken ever since he left Indiana. He hasn't gotten out the second round. He's continued to be injured. And you're going to tell me you want to talk about paying this guy
Kawhi Leonard went down this
billion?
year. Hold on, man. The Clippers this year was the best team in the West.
I mean,
for the All-Star
come
break.
on.
Listen, man.
Who wouldn't?
Listen, LA won an in-season tournament.
Who wouldn't want this guy? Yeah, I can see it now. Opening night, D-Cot's there with Reggie with his soft drinks, with his hot dog. JB's watching on Bally Sports. I'm sitting outside the arena, and all you hear on the speakers is just a little bit of this.
Chicago.
They bring the jersey back out.
With a pickle.
I'm coming home.
And a tomato.
Listen, you know what?
You get Paul George's video tribute. Let the rain wash the worry away. Paul George, the Savior, is back.
I'm trying to have a serious
Hallelujah.
conversation with you all.
$45 million. $45 million.
I'm trying to help create value to my favorite call-in show, and all of y'all are doing is just trying to push my buttons because y'all know I'm gonna go sideways. But I'm not falling for it tonight. No, I'm not falling for it tonight. So,
bring back Paul George.
He's not coming to Indiana.
Let the rain wash it away.
That we need.
In a perfect world,
this is ridiculous.
In a perfect world, D-Cot, you're right. He's not coming back. He would come to Indiana. It would all kind of fall.
You know why he wants to come back? Because he knows he made a mistake in 2016. He's done nothing, and I mean nothing, since leaving. Goes to Oklahoma City, then says, "Hey, look what a small market do." They brought in Carmelo Anthony. Woo, great move.
Yeah,
then he says, "Hey, OKC." Then he says, "Hey, OKC. I know I said I'm gonna be here long term, but my boy Kawhi called me. Get me out of here." Only for the guy who should have been MVP this year. Only for that guy.
Bring
and
back,
17 draft picks.
John, bring him back. I'm in.
Listen, I'm gonna be messaging you all Listen, I'm gonna message you all privately because I'm telling you, I'm gonna cuss y'all out.
It might cost you something. It might cost you Jarris Walker.
Hey, I'm cussing y'all out. This is ridiculous.
What number we gonna go PG-13 or 24?
You gonna go back to 24?
We bring him back. We bring Lance back. George Hill.
No, ain't no.
Hold on a minute.
Slow down.
So we can bring Lance back on a minimum deal.
I knew that was
he can be our Pollard.
He
can be our Pollard.
If Bronny can play, Lance can play. That's not what we do.
James Johnson. What'd you say?
Maybe.
If Bronny can play, Lance can play.
Maybe Travis Deaner.
James Johnson. You said James Johnson. Man, don't do
Travis
that.
Deaner.
No, I said James Johnson.
Jan Mahimi.
Oh, Lord. Hey,
he couldn't play that. He was horrible.
Coco Batazzi when we need him.
No, I don't have Jan Mahimi.
Go Batazzi. How about that? That's your guy.
Potter-Pingo? You want to go Potter-Pingo level? That's what you want to do?
Pacers are stupid enough to pay that $45 million for Marcus Smart.
What's the one dude? Sasha? Larry Bird.
There's no value there.
Sasha?
There's no value there. It's got to be a guy that gives us something that we need.
Paul George.
The guys you all are naming
Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis. Paul George.
Anthony Davis, yeah. But what do you have to give up to get Anthony Davis?
Jarris Walker. Luis
And what
Scola.
else?
And Monte Ellis' old contract.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Listen, there's only two guys
Chris Copeland.
That I'm, I hate this show. I'm never going to come back.
Chris Copeland.
Listen, there's two guys. There's two guys I would say I'm good with. I'm good with Anthony Davis. Sorry.
Daryl Armstrong.
Anthony Davis. You all remember him in the dunk contest? Y'all remember him in the dunk contest? Daryl Armstrong in the dunk contest.
Man,
I think he made two dunks the whole contest.
Didn't we have Matisse Baston at one time? Bring back Psycho T. That's JB's boy, Psycho T.
I love him, bro, man.
Hey, listen, he was terrible. He was terrible from the day go, man. Come on. There's no way. But anyway, listen.
He's a great college player.
There's two guys. We got to think our guy Anthony Davis, or we got to think KD. And we're talking that type of money. There's no other player from a trade perspective. Who are you gonna try to get in return for T.J. McConnell?
I'd rather have Randall
right now.
I'd rather have Julius Randle.
No, you wouldn't. JB, no, you wouldn't. I ain't just saying.
I'd rather have Julius Randle. Started at center for the Indiana Pacers. Julius Randle.
Come on, man. See,
you drinking that juice
over Durant. Durant will never win another championship ever. Durant will never win another championship.
But listen, here's why I say, KD, you got 2 years. You're not strapped. Guess what's going to happen in 2 years? Ben's going to come due. Nembhard's going to come due. So you got guys that you want to keep on your team that are going to come due. So what do you got to think about that? Those two guys are going to come due in 2 years. So then what do you if you don't have flexibility, guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose Ben and probably more than likely Nembhard.
Let's bring the boys back. Put the band back together.
We'll see. Hey, draft day. What are we doing? Did y'all figure out what we're gonna do draft day?
I have not figured it out yet.
Let's find a good wing situation, and we'll be there.
I don't even know where it's gonna be at this year. Last year it was up in Carmel at the center off of the range line downtown. Mm-hmm. Brandon, you know where that's called. At the Sun King spot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to be there this year or not. I got to get with Dennis and find out. But I'm telling you, something's going to happen. I'm telling you now. Mark my words, mark the tape. Something big is going to happen with the Pacers if in fact Pascal Siakam says he changed his mind. I said big, man.
You want James Harden?
I said big, not some type of
James Harden.
No, he doesn't give. Those guys don't give us what they need, man. He's not a perimeter defender.
Russ.
He's not a guy. Y'all wearing me out, man. I was excited. I'm hyped up, listening to my boys and everything.
D Wade.
Man, y'all killing me. Lord have mercy.
D Wade back on a veteran minimum.
Mark the tape. The Pacers are going to do something big if Pascal doesn't sign, and it's much bigger than
Pacers trade. Pacers trade Neesmith, Matherin, and Doug McDermott for Paul George. There you go.
O.J. Brissett. They'll be back O.J. Brissett.
Dude, I wouldn't trade McDermott for Paul George straight up. Well, yes,
stop it. Yes, you would.
Lying about that. But I'm lying about that. But I wouldn't trade Ben Matherin. I wouldn't pay Ben straight up for him at all. Absolutely not. You're talking about a guy who's been hurt the last 4 years of his career.
So has Ben.
Every season he's missed. No, stop it.
I'm just saying.
And plus, on top of that, Brandon, on top of that, Ben plays roulette like that. Why are you hating on Ben?
Brandon, we got to find another good Edmund Sumner.
Ooh.
One of them guys.
You don't want a Travis
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man.
The Marquette Mauler? No thanks, man. I can do without Travis Dean.
Ike Diagu?
But I'm just saying.
T.J. Warren? What do you want?
Troy Murphy. Kareem Rush. Let's roll. Bring him back.
Hey, listen. The worst first round the Pacers have had the two.
Jeremy Lamb?
When they got Rush and Hibbert in the same draft. You all remember that?
Savunis Jasikavičius?
Brian Bowen? Trade back for him.
Oh, Lord.
Maceo Baston?
Hey, Michigan's on, right? Michigan's on Maceo Baston.
They don't do. All right, man. I know we
Okay.
Luther Head.
You wouldn't have said.
Wow.
Illinois on. You wouldn't have said. Listen. I'm an all.
Fuck it. AJ Price, bring him back.
Hey man, AJ Price had a good 10 games.
He did.
If this was New York, they'd call it Lynn Sanity. AJ Price. Oh my God. I need to see if we can get him on the show.
Please do. That's what we need to get. AJ Price.
What about Joe Young?
Mighty Joe?
The second come.
Joe Young had a good run. Joe Young had a good run, but all of the AJ Price. Oof, man.
John, I got his Twitter account. You want me to send it to you?
send it to me. Start tagging him in the thing.
He ain't been on it since 2009,
Lord
though.
have mercy.
Didn't he go to UConn?
Yeah, he won a title.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Hey,
you didn't win with Danny Hurd.
If we're going back, what about Mateen Cleave? Let's just go ahead and blow the dust off.
He wasn't no Pacer.
I didn't say he was. When we're talking about old school guys, let's go ahead and get Mateen Cleave right here.
What about Dante?
Dante Jones from Mississippi State, or the other one?
Cameron Dollar, Toby Bailey.
UCLA's own. We got a UCLA group here, huh? But
right. Dwayne Farrell,
Ty Edney.
Hey, Farrell. Hey, you know what? Serviceable guy. If that's the case, let's go ahead and bring back Sam.
Dwayne Snitchkes.
Snitchkes. And you all remember? Hey, listen. Hey, did you Snitchkes? He was a top 2 player coming out of high school when he went to Florida.
Yeah, there was only 5 in his class.
Stop it.
Stop it. Listen, I'm gonna send you all. I'm gonna go to our messenger, and I'm gonna send you all a bunch of screenshots of different ones I've been thinking about. I've got about 4 of them. And I don't want you to just think, okay, let's clown Cott. Let's make him excited. But let's think about it. Because here's my deal. I want Pascal to sign, and that's the first domino to fall. But if he doesn't sign, the Pacers have to have a real response to Pascal not wanting to say. Because you can't let him walk out the door without signing a Lord have mercy. You know what? He's back down. He's back down in Mississippi.
I believe
back down in Mississippi. Yeah.
He played 1 year for the Pacers. What a waste of a draft pick that was.
But no, it wasn't.
No,
they got Mullen out the deal. They got Mullen out the deal. Remember? Remember that?
I guess so.
Yeah, they got Chris Mullen.
Hey, I know Bruno Sundolf. He's still got some legs. Ron Mercer.
Sundolf, his cousin. What about John?
Random paper.
I mean,
I'm surprised Randy Whitman on this system.
Oh, Randy Whitman.
Is Randy back home in Indiana? Is he back here in Indianapolis?
I'm not sure. I mean, no shade on disrespect. That's another one I want to talk to, Ashley, though, for real, D-Todd, Randy Whitman. I know, jokingly, Randy Whitman was a player in the league, and he coached the Pacers.
Yeah.
And, he played for the Pacers.
Yeah. And he played for the Pacers for a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was on his backside. If you remember, it was on his backside of his career, though, because him and Doc Rivers formed a little backcourt when they was going against Boston in those Eastern Finals and those Eastern semifinals, if you remember.
With Atlanta,
he wasn't. Hey, Whitman wasn't a scrub, man. Go back, Whitman. Ask Doc. He was a perfect guy for him, man.
How much did
I know that.
How much did Peja hate being in Indianapolis when he was here? Had to be.
Oh man, I bet he hated it. Because think about it.
Yeah, man, that dude.
He went from guys.
He had no push.
He went from guys playing ball. I was all the push career, but
once he got injured out there in Sacramento, Larry Bird thought he could revitalize his career, man. He did not have no push. We needed this dude to be all right, Paige, just for you to step up. That he's still claiming. He's still claiming.
But you know why? But you know why it happened. That Artest situation, man. When he got, he didn't like Carlisle. If you remember, he said Carlisle was a control freak, and that's why I wasn't big on Carlisle coming. But Carlisle, give him credit. The dude has changed his persona. But Ron left because he didn't want to play for Carlisle.
Yeah.
Well,
Carlisle.
Paige,
and they tried to get something out of the deal.
We talking about Paige.
But we got to realize the trade happened because of Ron not liking Rick Carlisle. Not because we thought Paige was coming. No.
Well, hold on. Paige ended up going back to Dallas. Paige ended up winning a championship with Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't want to be. Yeah, he didn't want to be here. He was a bench guy.
What about Rob
he
Marshall?
Was a major player.
Man, he about to name Mary Payne.
From Ball State, John.
Hey, what? Haywood worked.
He about to name Mary Payne in the book, bro.
Yeah. There's just a name I just saw. I have totally spaced about his name, but Orion Green and Anthony Johnson. AJ.
Anthony Johnson, remember the guard He came from Atlanta.
He husky like Decott, right? He's husky like Reggie.
He probably played like Reggie too.
We got to bring Cody Zeller back home, man.
We need to get AJ Price on the horn. We need to send the smoke signals out.
AJ Price can get out here. But as far as
here's a blast from the past. Brandon, your guy that was in the backcourt mate with Troy Lewis. He was a Pacer. What's his name? No. Backcourt mate with Troy Lewis. Right after, I think it was right around the time Matt Gaddis had left.
John Wooden?
He was number 3, if I remember. No. He and Troy Lewis were backcourt mates.
You talking about playing?
He played for the Pacers.
Did he play for East? Is he from East Chicago? You ain't.
Yeah, I think. What's his name? Tell me his name. I'll tell you if it's him.
I got to look up that.
Yeah, he and Troy, they were backcourt mates.
Not Pooh.
I don't have Google on me, but they were backcourt mates.
You said Pooh Richardson? Absolutely not.
Stevens is his last name. Stevens.
I thought
you were talking about Etwan Moore.
No. That was after that. Troy Lewis came out around that early. It's late 80s. I think 82.
Late 80s.
Yeah. Stevens is his last name.
Ron, Mark, Eric, Barry, Wayne, Brad.
Man, we had an issue. I know we had an issue with this dude from radio, man, called earlier.
Oh.
It said IU recruits the pros, Purdue recruits the Joes. Man, I couldn't believe it, man, because I was really like being impartial. Like really, they just recruit the best basketball players that they can get, where they turn into NBA players. Both programs. It really, I can't really remember a time or tenure, even in Bob Knight's era, Tom Crean's era, whoever era, they was really like IU was down there trying to recruit some dude they knew was going to jump to the NBA.
And this idiot said that Calipari left because of what IU and Woodson are doing. What an idiot!
Some of these faithful out here, some of the IU faithful out here, and these people are over 30, Decon. They over 30, because they should know.
Idiot, Decon. This guy is an idiot. I almost wrecked the car this morning.
He don't even know.
Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious?
Dead serious.
That's what he said. He said, I was like, dude, he never heard of Jaden Ivey? He didn't know Purdue was. I'm not trying to get you to speak.
He said John Calipari left Kentucky because of what IU and Woodson are doing. Which is what?
That's what he said. It's wild. They let him be on the radio.
And he said this IU has, Decon, this is where it threw me off. He said IU has the roster to be a Final Four team.
Everett Stevens.
Never heard of him.
Everett Stevens.
They said IU has a roster to be in the Final Four, and it's the best roster in the Big Ten the last 10+ years. My ass.
That's what he said. He said IU going to the Final Four this year.
Didn't I tell you all, you can't listen to these nutcase fans. You all think that's bad. You should go on the
what I will say is, amongst the pros, and Brandon, amongst the pros, Mike Woodson's name is like butter. They all respect him, whether it's Bonzi Wells, Steve Wallace.
Well, he should be respected. He should be respected.
They all, man, they said he's a smooth coach. They like his style, all these things, man. I just don't know. Like, those are young pros. You coaching young men. And in a similar game, but not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't line for line. You know what I mean? They navigate to an NCAA tournament game or to a Big Ten schedule or preseason is totally different than playing the Charlotte Hornets. You know what I'm saying?
But those are just emotional fans, though, man. Those are just emotional fans.
This guy's.
But I want to say, I'm saying, as a coach, man, he's solid. That's what people are saying out here. But he's gonna have to be better. From solid is one thing, X and O is another. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Listen, I've said this, man. I'm a huge supporter of Mike Woodson. Y'all know that, man. The guy's a respectful guy. He's respectful. He's coach, but I just don't know that he's willing to adjust who he is for today's game. Because I think today's game is different. Maybe he is willing to change it this year, or the team's going to overhaul. But he has to for the talent to be realized. And you talk about Hood Schifino. Hood Schifino's going to be on the move this summer. He's not going to be a Laker next year.
I don't think so.
I don't even know if he was a good NBA coach, guys.
Now listen.
He only had 3 winning seasons out of 9.
Look, man.
He never.
Look who he coached.
Why are you hating on Atlanta years?
I'm sorry. He had
Some of
3
that's on
winning
Jeff
records.
Teague. Some of that is on Jeff Teague, Brandon.
I'm just saying. 3 winning seasons.
Oh my God!
His over
no.
46% winning percentage.
Stoudemire's knees.
Okay, so let me ask you: why is it then that he's so well respected?
Maybe not for his coaching. Maybe it's just the way he gets along with players, and that's what I would.
Oh, he's not a get along with players. No, he's not a get along with players guy. That's not him. The dude is respected. He's a good coach. No one ever says he's a future Hall of Fame coach. I think he's a good coach. I still say he was the right guy at the right time for Indiana after the mess of the previous 3 coaches. You solidify things. You bring respectability back, meaning no drama, no kids getting hit by cars, no cheating scandals, no coach who wants to be bigger than the player show. And then you got a guy you brought in from Dayton who didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. So you brought back stability. You level things off, and let's see what happens this year.
Well, we'll see. All right, we got to wrap up. We've went way over tonight.
You gotta go. Hey, but I'm going to be sending you out the screenshot. And oh, by the way, have y'all had a chance to get Mac on yet, Gaddis?
No.
I'm going to see what I can do, man. He was on that team with Troy Lewis, Steve Reed, Jim Bullock on that team. Do you remember that, Brandon? I know you do,
right? Just a little before my time.
Todd Mitchell. Oh, man. Jeez. Okay. All right, I got to help you guys
Just
out.
a few years before my time.
I'm going to see what I can do. Listen, and you tell your sponsor he owes me one for this.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Sounds good. All right, D-Con, take care.
All right, fellas. Be safe. Take care, fellas.
Man, oh, man. We went down a wormhole there, Brandon.
Probably one of our funniest episodes.
That's your fault. It's your fault, dude. You said Travis Dean's name like 4 times. Then you said Copeland. I lost it.
It's one of the best episodes. You have to clip that, put it out. That's going to be in the thing. No, I mean, I think it's got to be said. What's the something? But his record's not good. His record's not good in the NBA, John.
A lot. We talked a lot tonight, from Caitlin Clark to Pace to NBA playoffs. We kind of slid over the NFL. I feel like we talked a little bit of NFL.
We just didn't talk baseball, unfortunately, again.
Man, listen, man. The Reds, they went on a hot streak and then they went on a shit streak. So there it is, man. The best team, Brandon. The 2 best teams, man. Oh my God. I know the Indianapolis. Listen here, Brandon. Indianapolis is over here crying about MLS team versus a minor league, you know what I'm saying, Indy 11 team, man. And they really need to get back in that baseball conversation. But I guess Major League Baseball ain't going to let them get it. Man, the 2 best teams, man, from a hype standpoint, my goodness, Brandon Reed, is the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees. I watched a little bit of them play this weekend, man. My goodness, it didn't even matter who won the game. It was just home run, boom, home, you know what I'm saying? And, like, big-time players on the other side, man. So, in your wildest dreams, man, that's where they probably want the World Series to be, bro. The Dodgers versus the Yankees, man, because it's a lot of star power on both those rosters, man. But like, no, man, we'll download some more. I know we're short on time. We'll download a little bit more deep dive with Major League Baseball next week for sure.
Absolutely. Conversation continues on Facebook, on Twitter. I just put on Facebook the new big 3: Paul George, Pascal Siakam, and Tyrese Halliburton. Somebody put it on their graphic, so I've shared it. New big 3. But join us. Conversation continues there. We'll see you guys all next week. Enjoy the NBA Finals. Game 3 just started, and we'll see y'all next week, next Tuesday or Wednesday. So have a good one.
Thanks for